Back-to-back champs, Michigan Wolverines. Man, has Michigan football been awesome for the past couple years. It has been great. Back-to-back wins against Ohio State, back-to-back Big Ten championships, back-to-back college football playoff appearances. Man, it has been great. So let's take a minute and look back at the Purdue game to see how Michigan got here. Purdue, I gave you guys suggestions last time on what not to do to try and win this game, but you didn't listen to me because the trending numbers proved right once again. When you guys overuse your leading receiver, Jones, you guys tend not to win games. There have been 5 games where Jones has 10 or more receptions. You guys have lost 4 of them, including last week. Okay, it would have taken a lot more than that for the Boilermakers to come out on top for this game. But remember how I said that Purdue is a really unusual team? They came out, definitely had some trick plays up their sleeves, fake punt, fake flea flicker, hadn't seen that one before. But they also outgained Michigan in total yards, 456 yards to 386 yards, but Michigan was still able to outscore them by 21 points. And in just Michigan's second game without Corum, they had no problem getting the job done on the ground as the team had a total of 225 rushing yards, and Edwards and Mullings combined for 3 rushing touchdowns. Donovan the Don Edwards. Oh, and JJ, he's got no problem passing the ball when he needs to or when he wants to. He only needed to contribute 161 passing yards for the Wolverines to get this win, and he also threw 3 touchdown passes. I went back and looked at the numbers and realized he only had 11 completions, and 3 of them went for touchdowns. 27% of his passes went for touchdowns. Those 3 touchdowns were an amazing reception by freshman tight end Loveland, a second touchdown reception by Michigan tight end Schoonmaker, awesome to have him back on the field, and then the last one was rebound player Ronnie Bell. Love seeing him get some action in this title game as he watched it from the sidelines last year. So me being a weird numbers guy, I wanted to see how those numbers, 3 touchdowns compared to 11 completions, varied through the season for JJ. And these were his top 4 games. Against Nebraska, JJ had 8 completions, and 2 of those went for touchdowns, 25%. Against OSU, JJ had 12 completions for 3 touchdowns, 25% again. This past weekend against Purdue, he had 11 completions for 3 touchdowns. That's 27%. And he had another game just like that at the beginning of the season against Hawaii when he had 11 completions and 3 touchdowns. But then ending with the Hawaii game, that was also the crazy game that he went 11 for 12, a completion percentage of 91.7%. An interesting number from the Purdue game is that it was JJ's first game to throw over 60% for his completions since the MSU game earlier this season. And we have to talk about the defense. Not only did they come up with 4 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, but we have to include Will Johnson, freshman with 2 interceptions in the Big Ten title game. Dude's a freshman, and he balled out. Super excited for him and his future at Michigan. So another great job top to bottom by the Michigan Wolverines. Fun game to watch. Defense was on lockdown, only allowing 1 touchdown for the game. And now they move on to the college football playoff. Sure, by now you saw that they're going to be playing TCU on December 31st at 4 p.m. in Arizona to see if they can advance to the national title game. So it's going to be time for me to watch some TCU film and get ready for that episode. I know we've got some extended time before that preview episode, so I might release an episode or 2 in between now and then. It is the busy season for me at work, so we'll see what time allows for. Really excited for it, though. Like I said, Michigan football has been on a roll, and these past 2 seasons have been unforgettable. So cannot wait for that playoff game coming up. We'll be talking to you about TCU football here soon. I know it's a little bit of a downer without having Michigan football for a few weeks, but enjoy the downtime, catch some of the Michigan basketball games, and we will be ready for TCU come late December. Until then, go Blue.